Coach, obviously, started off, I got to broach the subject, 0-10 last season. What's the biggest point of changing the culture at Seymour? Because your two seniors have talked about that.
When I took over as head coach, we were coming off a 2-8 season, and the first year we went 5-5, and we felt like we'd established a strong culture and the expectations, and things were going really well. After that year, we headed into a really strong off season, and then COVID hits, and it was almost like when we went home, those things just kind of fell by the wayside, and we fell back into some bad habits. Last year it is what it is. We were battling a lot of different things, and a lot of people were, but we never could seem to get over the hump. We would play competitive and be in some close games, but we could just never get through it. So after the season, we looked at some things, or what worked, what didn't work, and this spring we really focused on the basics and getting back to those standards and expectations that we'd set in the previous year.
Can you talk a little bit about those standards and just like some of the basics that you want to do, like even down to just like blocking and tackling, or like how?
Oh yeah, we broke it down real basic. We got back to because you look again, we turned the ball over a lot last year, and it's hard to win games when you turn it over that many times. So we looked at the real basics. With the rules we had last year, you couldn't do a whole lot of contact. So we got back to doing individual tackling stuff and just really focusing on getting better individually at the basics of football. And with the standards and expectations, it was really just a changing of the mindset. And I don't know if our kids mentioned it, but they all the time I'll talk about being get to guys instead of have to guys. And I felt at times last year we have to go to practice day, we have to do this, and now act like you get to do this. This is a privilege. This is something special that you get to do that not everybody in the school can do, and you can do it. And last year there was so much uncertainty. All right, we're there on Monday. Will we be here tomorrow? So your mindset was all over the place, but now it's a little bit more focused, and it feels more like normal, and we're excited.
How much more does that kind of concreteness of at least knowing that you will be there every day help?
Oh, it helps tremendously. Another thing is you can kind of build a little team chemistry better this year, because last year we were split up into 3 different groups, and within those 3 groups we had to split up even further into little smaller groups. So you never had that gel that we kind of had the year before. It kind of broke apart a little bit. So being all together this year through the spring and through the summer has been huge. You see a little bit, just happier people to be there.
Yeah. And then talk a little bit about Brenden, if you would. I noticed he looks like he's gotten a little bigger this off season, and I told him that he looked like a bowling ball whenever he ran downhill last year. So
well, he's actually, and I don't know if he's actually lost weight, but but toned up a little bit. I don't know what I think he played at like 245 last year. I think he's done 235 this year. But just he's changed his body, he's changed his eating habits and things like that, and has really taken care of himself. He was a little hampered last year with an injury. He's kind of nagging, so we've taken care of that, and he's really just taking care of himself. And I'm really excited about the senior group. They've been here all 4 years, and they've got a lot of experience playing all 4 years. So we're looking at them to really be leaders in this team and show our younger kids the right way to do things.
How much motivation do you feel like there is for those seniors just to kind of leave things in a good way at Seymour after last year, and just kind of the legacy they want to put?
I think there's a lot of motivation there. We actually talked about that the other day after our morning workouts. I was like, guys, you've been here for some really good times, and you've been here for some really bad times. You've seen how to do things the right way, and you've seen how things were done the wrong way. It's like it's up to you now to teach these younger kids the right way to do it and to build off your foundation that you can set.
All right, thanks much.